The time has come, the curtain has lifted. My wife and I are about 90% sure at this point that we are moving. As a lot of you who may have been following my previous videos are aware, my wife and I have been looking to move out for almost a year now, partially because we want to get out of the basement and partially due to the continuing decline of our landlady. Even though she somehow survived her bout with breast cancer earlier this year, which I think shocked everybody given her age and her poor state of health, she still continues to decline. She's had a number of accidents over the years and she's fallen at least twice this year, twice in 1 week at one point, and the second time was in the middle of the night, and I actually had to get up as soon as I heard the bang and try to lift her off the floor, which even with both me and my wife, we could not. She was dead weight. It was like lifting a boulder glued onto the floor. We actually had to call paramedics to come over and lift her up and bring her to bed. Not only that, but she has developed a new habit of leaving the stove on, turning the stove on, and then not turning it off all the way. So it's just gas coming out. And we know this because twice within the last month or so, we have passed by her door and smelled gas. And we've confronted her about this, and she acts like, oh, did I do that? Of course, as usual, her family has done absolutely nothing to deter her from using the stove or getting her any kind of meaningful help whatsoever. So now it's getting to a point where staying here is actually a little dangerous. So it's time for us to go. My wife and I had been looking at a co-op about 20-25 minutes away from here, not very far. It's actually quite a bit closer to where my parents live now, which they're, I'm sure, happy about. It's a shame because we are going to miss this neighborhood. It's been good to us. Almost everything that we need is walkable, including public transportation. We are mindful of what we're going to lose in this move. We're going to lose the laundry room. The co-op has a laundry room, but we have to pay for it. We're going to lose the backyard, although, truth be told, we really only used half of the backyard for planting. We have a little plot in back of our co-op with grass, which we can, set up planters and lawn furniture and stuff. I guess that will be sufficient. We're also going to be losing the garage. They have garages at the co-op, but they're like $1,000 a month. As for what we will be gaining, well, we'll be gaining our own place. We own it. It's ours, and we can mostly do what we want with it. We are getting windows. We're getting lots of natural light, so it's going to feel a lot less like we're living in a bomb shelter. We won't have to have every light in the apartment on all the time, which is good because we are going to be paying for electricity. The place also has, it's clearly been remodeled at least once. Most of the appliances are new or fairly new, as opposed to the appliances in this place, which are mostly old and breaking down. In fact, in the short term, we're probably only going to have to paint the bedroom, install some carpeting, and make some minor modifications to the bathroom to this co-op. We were, by the way, intending to move in months ago, but the co-op has some rules that are apparently it's standard for all co-ops. I didn't know this, where you have to be in possession of, if you are paying in cash, which we are, you have to be in possession of said cash for at least 3 or 4 months, which we have not been. So we had to wait 3 or 4 months and just pray that this place was still available. And it was. There was another buyer that allegedly tried to swoop in at the last minute and take it out from under us, but according to the realtor, their attorney was being difficult, and so the seller decided to go back to us. I don't know what difficult entails, but I'm not really going to dwell on it too much. But as things stand right now, All that's left is for our lawyer to look over the paperwork, for us to sign the dotted line and go before the co-op board. And I don't see any reason at this point why they would reject us. So there's a good chance that we could be living in a new place by January. Hardest thing right now will really be breaking the news to our landlady, who we know is going to be extremely upset because she's relied on us for the last 4 years, and we are definitely going to be her last tenants. And on a certain level, I'm certain, knows that as soon as we leave, her family is going to put her in assisted living and sell the house. So we're not looking forward to that conversation, but nonetheless, it's a conversation that has to be had. It's just a question of, do we do it gently or do we just rip off the Band-Aid? Anyway, that's all for today, guys. This holiday season will most likely be the last in this apartment. We'll keep you posted. Take care.